What's my biggest flaw and how am I turning it into a strength? Very interesting question, and I'm gonna need 1 second to think about that. My biggest flaw and how it's gonna be a strength. Okay, I got a few. I got many flaws, but I have a few that I can think of. One, I think that as someone who uses social media in a really intense way, I guess I can say in the last 2 years, year and a half that I've been on social media, there's a few things that come with that. I think social media is an awesome thing, and obviously this is an intense week for all vegan social media creators because of the whole Asina O'Neil controversy. Asina O'Neil, if you don't know, had over 500,000 followers on Instagram, over 200,000 on YouTube, and quit all of her social media platforms in the blink of an eye and said that social media is fake. She received so much money from companies that she didn't even believe in through social media, and it's just a way to get girls and guys to have negative relationships with their bodies and think they need to be perfect, and it's just a bad thing. We should all stop. I don't really believe that because I've never been paid through social media except for my YouTube ads, which I make about $100 a month right now. I've never been paid by companies. I do this all for free, and I show myself for real. I don't put on makeup. I don't do my hair. I don't stage photos except for my food photography, but I don't say that I'm one person on Instagram, but the reality is different. I show myself in my vlogs from the minute I wake up when I look like a freaking monster zombie. I'm fine with that. I want to be authentic in social media, and that's what I do. And it's helped a lot of people. You guys listening to it now, I get incredible emails from all of you guys. So I don't believe social media is that black and white, but I can say that one flaw of this whole being a social media content creator is that I think I isolate myself a little bit too much in real life social interaction. So an example of that, I could spend 2 hours looking on Instagram, talking with people on Facebook and answering emails, which is interacting with people in a certain way, but I find myself very often doing that instead of, say, going out and hanging out with my real friends here in Colorado, real people. So there's definitely a sense of isolating yourself to the internet versus going out and experiencing real life. So I think that's one danger. Another thing is I think I spend too much time on social media. I find myself going down a corkscrew of YouTube videos sometimes that are informational sometimes, but I probably should get some sleep instead of watching them, and I find myself abusing that oftentimes, so I need to check myself about that. Other flaws, gosh, I have so many. I think I'm too hard on myself. As you know, again, from my eating disorder video, I definitely have some body dysmorphia issues. Even now, I look at myself sometimes, and I think I'm a pretty strong, fit guy, but I look at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to be 10 times bigger than this, and I need to have bigger arms, and thinking that all that's gonna make me happy when I know intellectually that the only thing that's gonna make me a happier person is to have loving relationships, to love myself regardless of what my body looks like, and just to treat my health at a top priority and be nice to people and all this stuff that actually makes you happy, nothing material like what your body looks like. So I think that's a flaw. And what am I doing to make it a strength? I am teaching yoga, and I'm practicing yoga, and I'm reading spiritual ancient texts that talk about how we are not our body, and we are not our achievements. We are not how many followers we have. We are just spiritual beings who need to crack open the shell that says we're not perfect and just honor that we're divine beings and love ourselves. So I practice meditation 15 minutes to 30 minutes every single day, once or twice a day, and that helps me see that love and love myself more. And I go to yoga classes and I teach yoga classes, and I just educate myself and try to remind myself that I am not a product of my achievements or my body, and that I'm a beautiful divine being, even though sometimes it's hard to believe that and honor that. So those are some of the ways that I make my flaws strengths. Okay. What is my ultimate concern? This was a long Snapchat, so I made it concise. She asked, what's my ultimate concern in life? Because she said, learning about someone's ultimate concern, she heard, can tell a lot about a person. It's a very interesting question. I don't think I've ever been asked that. Oh, by the way, I haven't looked at any of these questions. This is 100% pretty much off the cuff. I haven't thought about them. I've obviously looked at them, but I haven't thought about them. So my ultimate concern in life, is climate change, I guess, because, I could say my ultimate concern is the liberation of non-human animals that are in confinement and being murdered every day. I could say my ultimate concern is being the healthiest version of myself, or that my friends and family are healthy, but climate change encompasses pretty much all of that, because without a healthy climate, we are all not free, and we are all in danger of physical health, of mental health, and all of this stuff. So yeah, climate change, man, that really fits everything into one. That's my biggest concern. I mean, we are living, this is the first time in human history where we intellectually know that our human lifestyle and habits are going to, like, if we continue them, it's going to result in a pretty much doomsday effect on our planet. The numbers are that by 2040, if the Earth rises by 2 degrees Celsius, agriculture is not going to be able to function as it is today. We're pretty much going to be flipped over 180 degrees and not have a planet that is habitable to the thousands of years that we've adapted and learned how to feed ourselves and give ourselves water on the planet. So that's a big deal. But I guess in a more practical, micro sense, my other concerns besides climate change are the 60 billion animals that are murdered and tortured every single year in our world. That's land animals, by the way. If you add in marine animals, it's over 100 billion, which is just mind-blowing and mind-boggling. And the minute I think about it, even right now as I'm recording this, I feel like a house has just been placed on my head, and I'm just like powerless. It's just one person, with a microphone trying to get people to understand that how the level of injustice that's going on every single second of animals that feel pain and have emotion and want to live, the situation that many billion are living in every single day just makes me want to explode. So that is a concern of mine. Another concern is obviously my own personal health. If you guys have watched my video that I recently posted on YouTube talking about my eating disorder story, I always have to be careful and check that I'm doing things that are conducive to my health, because I put myself in situations where I had no energy, I had no friends, I had no sex drive, which are all not healthy places to be. And now I've overcome those, which feels really awesome. And I tell that whole story in depth in that YouTube video. So yeah, my own personal health is a concern of mine. The climate, my friends, all of that. But hopefully, yeah, I think climate change is the big one, and that's why I'm getting an environmental policy degree at school. A lot of you guys asked me, even though I've mentioned it in many videos and Instagram posts, but my major at school at Colorado College is environmental policy. And that's what I'm getting my degree in. It may seem like, wait, but you're into social media and making movies and stuff like that. But I think that because climate change because animal agriculture and diet is so crucial in the conversation of climate change, and also the millennial generation has proven that they care much more about the planet than their own personal health or animal liberation, unfortunately, that I want to cater my vegan activist conversation heavily weighted on the environmental impact. #Cowspiracy, poster right behind me, which is like the greatest documentary that talks about the environmental impact of animal agriculture. But I want to cater my conversation in that way because it's so profound and it's such a tangible reason to go vegan and to eat compassionately, simply because we can pretty much eradicate climate change if we all eat more sustainably, lower on the food chain, baby. Next question is from Leneld on Snapchat. Do you drink? No, I don't drink because it's poison. And yeah, I obviously drank in high school. Again, it's the same thing as my weed story. It's poison. It makes you feel bad. I see no reason for me in my life. Like I haven't drinking in 3 years, and my life, it's been the best 3 years that I've had. Alcohol just numbs you out and makes you forget about a lot of the world issues. And hey, some people may listen to this and say, what do you mean you're being too black and white? I drink once in a while and it's fine. And sure, that's probably true. For people who can moderate that stuff and it not have it destroy their life, like even me, I never abused alcohol. That's fine, sure. If you want to have your alcohol, that's okay. A lot of it's vegan, a lot of it's not, by the way, like Guinness beer and some wines. So make sure you check if you are interested in eating vegan, that your alcohol is vegan too. But Honestly, my life's so much better without that stuff. I don't like intense external stimulants that affect my emotions, and just they make me an off-balance person, so I don't do it. I like to get drunk off of love and yoga and carbs. Non-fermented, well, sometimes fermented, kombucha and sauerkraut, but not alcohol. It's poison.
Put a spell on you.